In this video, we're going to have a look at a few things which may help with creating visualizations. This visualization that we've got is a bit small. Now, in a few videos' time, we'll have a look how to actually improve the font size. But suppose you had a visualization which had to be this small. How could you best work with something this small? So one way is to use the zoom function at the bottom right-hand side. So we can zoom in, and you'll notice now I have to scroll to see the rest of the page. I can click on the number, which gives me a dialog box, so I can say 100% apply, and I can click on this fit to page, which takes me back to where I was. Now, another way, if I wanted just to work on one particular visualization, is the focus mode. So to activate it, we need to go to the visualization, or maybe even click on the visualization, so it's got all of these markers around. Now, below you can see we have got the focus mode icon. And if I click this, then you can see that all other visualizations are temporarily removed, so you can just concentrate on one particular visualization. If you want to go back, then you click on back to the report, and then you can see what it looks like on the page. It helps you avoid a lot of clutter. Secondly, we have got a table visualization. So what other visualizations are there? Well, if we go to the build pane, which might be called build a visual or visualizations, then you can see we have got all of these different visualization types. Now make sure that you have got your visualization selected first so that it has all of these markers around it. And then we can click on a different visualization. Now you can experiment with all of these visualizations and see what might work best for you. Now, if we have a look at some of the visualizations, then they don't actually work. A scatter visualization requires more values, like for instance a y-axis, than we are currently giving it. So I'm going to, at this stage, go back to a table visualization. A lot of things that we're going to learn in the next few videos are relatable to all or most of these visualizations. So we're going to stick to one constant visualization and then see how things change when we have a look at other visualizations. Now, you can also change the current visualization by going to Home, Insert, and selecting a visualization here. But make sure that you have got a visualization already selected. If I go elsewhere, so I've clicked, so now there are no longer these markers around this visualization, I can select a new visualization, and you can see that it actually creates a new visualization, which I can then change. So again, this is another place they suggest a visual box if you've got that available. Again, it might be called something different depending on your version of Power BI, but this is another way of changing the current visualization. Now, I don't want this new visual, so I will click on it and then press delete. Now, the theme that you can see for our Power BI desktop program is a default classic white theme, but you can change this if you have got the version of Power BI desktop that is available from September 2024 onwards. So to change the theme, go to File, Options and Settings, Options. And on the left-hand side in the Global section, go down to Report Settings. So don't go down to Report Settings in Current File, but in the Global. And then you may have to scroll down to Personalization, choose a theme. So we have got the Default, Dark, Light, and Use System Setting, which uses one of these three. So let's see what happens when I select the dark theme. And you can see that everything is now, instead of black on white, it is white on black. But also notice that the actual canvas where you put your visualizations has not changed. So if I go back into there and change it from black to light, then you can see that the background is now white or cream. Now if I change it back to default, then we can see the very top, for instance, goes back to a black color. So if I go between the default and the light, you can see here the differences. I'm going to be sticking in this course with the default theme, but if you wanted to change it, then you can do so. So in this video, we've had a look at how we can focus on a particular visualization. We can either zoom into it, or we can focus on that visualization, and we can also change an existing visualization by clicking on it and either going to suggest a visual, build or build a visual, or home and insert.